Hello, my name is Zohar Ahmed, and here is a demo of my Talkbox version 1.0. To start things off, what is this project? What is the Talkbox? To answer those questions, it would be best to understand my motivation behind creating the project first, rather than going into the project itself. So, a professor at York U came in as a guest to one of my lectures to discuss his research topics. One of his research topics was researching different methods of text entry onto a device, examples being efficient types of keyboards. One specific area was to experiment efficient text entry methods for people with disabilities. He and his partner created software where users could type with their blinks. The software would traverse and focus over an ambiguous keyboard, which is a fancy way of saying a keyboard laid out like an old Nokia phone or an old BlackBerry phone, and if the letter the user desired was a part of that group, the user would blink to click that button. This process would be repeated for the individual letters in that group. There was another variation of this, but rather than blinking, it would be with the flick of a tongue. After hearing this, I thought this would be inconvenient if the device was the only form of communication for people with disabilities. During times of crisis or times where a quick response was required, it could really make people with speech impediments feel at a disadvantage. For example, it'd be pretty annoying to blink many times just to say you need to use the bathroom. Or you could struggle playing games such as 21 Questions, where it'd be annoying to flick your tongue or blink constantly just to say yes or no. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to remove that feeling. This is why I created the Talkbox. I wanted to create a device that aids those with speech impediments to communicate without any disadvantages. I wanted to create software to help those who have struggled speaking to communicate in a way where they still feel like they're part of the environment. So let's see how the Talkbox works. If you wanted to add a button, you would first click on the Add a New button. Now you can see there's an icon button and an audio button. For the icon button, you can select one of the icons, and for the audio button, you can select one of the audio buttons so that when the icon is clicked, it would play that respective audio. So let me show you an example. For example, if I wanted to say yes, I would choose this icon, and for the audio, I would look for whatever audio I find that best fits. So for example, if I wanted to choose this audio,
Yes.
you can click it once to preview, and then if you want to select it, you double click it. So now this yes audio is associated with this yes icon.
Yes.
And another feature that I have is the remove button. So for example, let's say you don't want to add this button or you made a mistake, you could just click remove, and then the icon is placed back and you can start again. So let's start with, this time I want to say no, for example. I click on the no icon, and then let's see, I think no would probably fit best.
No.
Click no, you click no to hear the preview, and then you can double click it to select it.
No.
And then let me show you one more button. Let's say feeling sick, for example. You can add this girl right here who feels like she's not feeling that well. And let's see which audio. I think feel sick would probably best fit.
I feel sick.
I think that's good. And then we can double click it.
I feel sick.
And I'm pretty happy with this. So now there's multiple things that you can do as well. You can save, which will save it to the simulator, which I will show in just a minute. You can clear, which will remove every single audio and every single icon on the demo panel and place them back on the icon panel. And there's also a help button, which is a summary of what I just said, just in case you forget what to do. And then now we can open simulator, and we have our Talkbox.
No. I feel sick. No.
So that's it. That's what I wanted to show. And now I feel like rather than blinking 21 times or flicking your tongue multiple times just to say yes or no, or just to say you need to use the bathroom, this would be much more efficient. Now you can do everything with the press of a button. You can also open the simulator just on its own, just if you don't want to open the configuration. So for example, I'll go to Eclipse, run the simulator, and everything is saved.
I feel sick.
Now there's one more thing that I want to go over with the configurator. So you may have noticed this record your own audio button, and I kind of ignored that. The reason I didn't bring this up is because this will actually be available for Talkbox version 2.0. The aim of this version is to add more customizability. I want users to be able to drag any icon and any audio of their choosing rather than being forced to select one of the few items that I have. I'm debating on whether or not to add filters such as autotune when recording your own audio. On one hand, I think it will be a fun element to add to the project, but on the other hand, I think it may be a bit much and actually take away. We'll see how that goes. Overall, this was a really fun project to create and I think a good introduction to the development and maintenance of software projects. I'm really looking forward to creating version 2.0 and implementing all sorts of new features. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm Zohair Ahmed, and thanks for watching.